In everyone's life, there come a point where you want to take stock of what you have done, especially if you have been working for so many years. There are a few that can look back and say that this is what I have achieved and this is what I have done. So if you are reflecting back and finding that there's really nothing that you can point to say that I have achieved this, and you're probably thinking of getting a loan or a home loan to at least have a one room to put to under your name. This is a video that we'll be discussing on getting a personal loan versus a home loan, or what is normally called as a mortgage. So stay tuned as we dive into it. Yes, some of these things requires a cup of tea and a very quiet environment for you to reflect and see where you are and what you can do. So yes, a personal loan is not secured, meaning that if you fail to pay, a bank will even sit down with you to find a way that you can at least pay a bare minimum for the bank to be able to get the money back. But for a home loan is secured, meaning that there is something that is attached to that particular loan. In other words, the bank is able to get or sell whatever properties attached to that loan in order to get the money in a case where you are failing to pay. As you will see in my calculations, a personal loan has a higher interest as compared to the home loan. So before we get into the numbers, there's just one thing that I want to remind you to do. And that is, please do remember to subscribe to keep the channel alive. I need those subscribers. I need the views. I need the like. It will help me. So let's just dive now into the numbers. So a personal loan or a home loan, that is a question that you're bound to consider or think about when you are now planning on investing in property. So what I did is I went online and I searched for a home loan calculator and a personal loan calculator, and I just used one bank for clarity. So according to this bank, if I want to get 400,000, that's paying it in 6 years. According to their calculator, my monthly installment is going to be 7,563. Please bear in mind that I didn't see a fixed interest rate there, but if you are a mathematician, I'm sure you can easily get the interest rate given the numbers. So the installment per month is 7,563, and according to their calculator, the interest I will have paid for 6 years is 144,501. Yeah. So the thing with the personal loan is the installment is pretty high. The interest rate is 144,000, which in my opinion is not as bad. But what is bad is this, because it tends to be very steep. But when I analyze it in a layman's language, please remember that I'm not a financier, and if you are considering a personal loan or home loan, please go to the bank. They'll advise you better. But this is how I understand it, and if it makes sense to you, superb, and if it doesn't, please get a banker. They'll explain it better. So from a layman's language, if I am given this loan, what I'll do to fully understand or appreciate the numbers, I'll just go for I get my installment. Okay, is 7,603, and then I'll multiply this by 12 because there are 12 months. I want to see how much I'll pay in a year, and according to their calculator, it means that in a year I'm paying 90,804. So in 6 years I will have paid 544,000 824 all together. So you realize that okay, it's 400,000, and I'm not very far from their calculator, so more or less the same in terms of the interest that I'll pay to this bank. Yeah. So now let's go to the home loan and see the difference. Again, I am taking 400,000 as an example, and I intend to pay this back in 15 years. 15 years, right? Yes. So according to the calculator here, the installment that they'll require from me on a monthly basis is 4,237, and the interest that I'll pay, the total interest that I'll pay is 362,741. This is steep. This is a lot of money. It's more or less the capital. Yeah, you have the capital and you have the interest. So it's more or less the interest, the capital here. It's not very far. It's not much of the difference as compared to the home loan. Home loan, my interest is 144,000, but the capital is 400,000. So there's a huge difference there that you can actually appreciate. So again, let's calculate the home loan using this one that is more understandable according to my thinking. So the installment is 4,237. That's in a year you'll be paying 50,844. Yeah, 4,237 times 12, because there are 12 months in a year, it's 50,844. So now we calculate this amount here times 50 and 15 because it's the loan period. So I'll end up paying 660, and that is so the writing is on the wall, but you understand very well the circumstances of your finances, and do what suits you. But ultimately, there are pros and cons for each one of them, and yeah, I'm just sharing it so that next time when you approach the bank, you know what you are getting yourself into. So there are many different types of rental units. If you want to venture into property investment, you can have flats, you can have those that are semi-detached, or you can have those that are just self-contained or bachelor pad. But the gist of the matter is really you know your finances better, so don't go and start building things that at the end of the day you know that you won't be able to afford. Those things are going to lead you into more debts. Yeah. So here I'm showing you the affordable rental units that there's a video that I made on affordable rental units. This I even dissected the different materials that you will need and the estimate amount that you will need to have a room of this kind. So do your best. Do you don't be influenced by any other person to do something that will result in your financial disaster. So like I mentioned, there are affordable units and there are those that are expensive. And for whether you decide on a personal loan or a mortgage, you have seen the numbers, and it's for you to decide. And most importantly, remember I said I'm not a financier, so do go to the banks to get their point of view, and at the end of the day you'll be the one who makes a final decision. Otherwise, it's been great having you watching the video, and if you like it, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do remember to subscribe. I really appreciate it. and share the video. I am pleading again, the views are just not that motivating. Please share the video if it's of value, and I'll really appreciate it. And comment down below that you've shared the video. I'll surely respond. Thank you once again for tuning in. I'll see you in my next video.